all the comedians that we've had so far. We got one more comic for you. He's a very funny, good friend of mine. Give it up for your headliner for the evening, Mr. Tanner Rahlf! Keep clapping!
Hey, how you guys doing tonight? Woo! I love that. I love in stand-up shows. You can always ask how you doing, and that's the response. Woo! You don't get any other place where you can do that, except for maybe a bar. I just turned 30 a month ago. I turned 30 years old. That's a weird birthday. That's the first birthday where people stop saying happy birthday and they start saying, how are you? Are you okay? I turned 30, which means I'm finally old enough to be a high schooler in a Disney movie. I keep sending them my headshots and they keep saying, lose weight, fatty. This guy came up to me the other day and he goes, are you gay? And I said, no. And he goes, oh, well then you need to lose weight. Did I miss something here? Do gay people get a hall pass on being overweight? I've never gone to a doctor's office and the doctor goes, well, you're a little fat. Hope you're gay. By the way, it's not fair that fat men are called fat, but fat women get to be called plus-sized. No. From here on out, I'm not fat. I'm king-sized. And I'm not king-sized, I'm depressed. I'm not gay. Sometimes I wish I was, though. You know, because like in my dating pool, women don't find this body attractive. No one idealizes this. But in the gay community, I'm a type. There are a slew of gay men who find overweight men with beards attractive. Ooh, I'd be so pretty, I'd make gay guys nervous to talk to me. If I was gay for the first time in my life, I could be the one playing hard to get. Yeah, first time. I've never been hard to get before. I'm really easy to get because I'm lonely. I have a beard. What's the hardest part about having a beard? Good question. It's every time when you eat soup, you end up eating soup twice. A lot of this is tomato basil. What's the best part about having a beard? Well, every time you eat soup, you get to eat soup twice. A lot of this is tomato basil. People say bulls hate the color red, but maybe they just hate Spaniards. You know, I realized the other day, articles are so important in a sentence. They really can change things. Like if I told you I'm eating Mexican, that's not a weird phrase. If I said I'm eating a Mexican, that changes things. Here's a fun one for you guys to use. If you ever see those people using speech to text on their phones because they can't text like a normal person, I ran out of breath on that. I'm overweight. If you ever see people using speech to text because they can't text like a normal person, go ahead and run up to their phone while they're talking and just say this. Image search, Kim Kardashian chocolate milk. Just to screw with them. Because it's 2019. Use your fingers or talk to them on the phone. Don't skip over this. Don't add extra steps. That was a bad joke. I'm going to work on that. I recently learned that mac and cheese was created during the Great Depression, which makes sense, because when you're depressed is when mac and cheese tastes the best. Any fans of Netflix out here? Yeah. Of course. Anyone watching the Great British Bake Off? Because that's what Britain is known for. Their rich cultural history of baking. There's no other country in Europe that might be better for that. Do you think France saw that show and they're like, oh, what the heck? What the heck? Hey, Belgium, are you watching Netflix? Yeah, what the heck, right? That's my French accent. I'm not good at accents. Should I try an actual French accent? It's gonna get weird. Oh, what the heck? What the heck, Belgium? What the heck, right? That's my French accent. I think better shows for Britain would be like the Great British Imperialization Off. Who Wants to Be in the EU? Or Great British Terrible Teeth. now tell us what you did with your project here. Yeah, right, so I saw her tooth was a little bit crooked, and every time she breathed, she was whistling. So I made a little bit of an adjustment, and now when she talks, it's to the tune of God Save the Queen. Megan, it's not like America's any better. It's not like we've got better baking or anything like that. In fact, most of American culture is stolen. We took it from someone else. But you know what? Every time Americans stole something, we made it better. Yeah, sure, donuts were invented in Holland, but did they put maple syrup on it and roll it in Captain Crunch? No. Why? Because they're not American. Yeah! Hamburg, Germany invented the Hamburg steak. It came over to America and we're like, oh yeah, we'll one-up this. Put it on some bread and added bacon because we're American. Woo! We took the entire country of Ireland and turned them into the city of Boston. The angriest people in the world because we're American. God bless America. Woo! Thank you, Provo. You guys have